In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a simple application site on SharePoint that will be used with our Help Desk application. I'm going to show you two basic configurations, one with the Office 365 environment and another with SharePoint hosted on a private cloud, either of which are totally suitable for the type of application we're building. To add a new subsite, which will be used for the Help Desk, click on Site Contents. Scroll down and click New Subsite. The title for our site is Help Desk. The website address for our site is Help Desk without any spaces or special characters. You can see this is an international site, so I'm going to choose English as my language, and I'm going to choose a team site for the application site. I'm going to use the same permissions. I am going to allow my subsite to appear in navigation, and I'm going to use the same top link bar from the parent site. Then I'll click Create. You can see the new Help Desk application site. I'm going to repeat the same steps for you using the SharePoint hosted in a private cloud. You can see this site has been tailored and branded, but the basic functionality will be the same. Click on Site Contents, scroll down, click New Subsite. The title is Help Desk. The URL is Help Desk without any spaces or special characters. We will use a team site with the same permissions, and we're going to use the same top link bar for the parent site. Then click Create. Here you can see the Help Desk application subsite that was created on the private cloud with SharePoint. You should also be able to use these same steps if you're creating a subsite in the SharePoint environment on-premise. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a custom list that will be used to track and manage Help Desk tickets. From the Help Desk subsite, click Site Contents, click Add an App, and select Custom List. For the name in the custom list, type Help Desk Tickets with no spaces or special characters. Once you have typed the name, click Create. I'll also create the Help Desk tickets in our Office 365 Help Desk site. I'll click on Site Contents, Add an App, Custom List, type in the name Help Desk Tickets, and click Create. Once you've created the new list, you need to configure the new list for the Help Desk tickets. Click Help Desk Tickets, then in the toolbar, click on List. Click List Settings. We'll start by formatting the name. Click List Name, Description, and Navigation. I'm going to add spaces between each of the words in Help Desk Tickets, and I'm going to add it to Quick Launch. That'll add it to the left-hand navigation in SharePoint, and click Save. Once I have configured the name and navigation, I'm going to scroll down and configure the columns. Click on Title, then click No for Require this column to contain information. Scroll down and click OK. We will not be using title for the Help Desk ticket. Next, click Create Column. Type Date Submitted with no space. Select Date and Time for the type. Scroll down. We will require this column to contain information. We will choose Date and Time. The value will show the actual time that the Help Desk ticket is submitted. Then we'll scroll down and click OK. Click Date Submitted and add a space between date and submitted. The reason for creating the list and the list columns with no spaces or special characters is that creates a clean internal name. Once the column is created, you can change the display name without impacting the internal system name or the URL. Scroll down and click OK. Click Create Column. The next column name will be Username. Click on Person or Group. Click Yes for Require that this column contains information. Scroll down and click OK. Click Username and add a space between user and name. Then scroll down and click OK. Click Create Column. The next column name is Issue Description. Select multiple lines of text for the type. Require that this column contains information. Then click OK. Click Issue Description and add the space between issue and description. Then click OK. Click Create Column. The column name is Ticket Status. Select Choice for the type. We're not going to require that the column contain information because we will give it a default value. Highlight the choices that are there by default and add the following. The first choice is Submitted. The second choice for status is assigned Tier 1. The next status is assigned Tier 2. The next status is assigned Tier 3. The next status is assigned Help Desk Manager. The next status is Resolved. And the last status is Closed. Scroll down, click on the default value and make sure it is submitted, then click OK. Click Ticket Status and add the space between ticket and status, then click OK. Click Create Column. The column name will be Resolution. Select multiple lines of text as the type. Scroll down and click OK. And the last column we're going to add is Reference ID. Scroll down, require that this column contains information, and click OK. Click on Reference ID and add the space between reference and ID. Then click OK. The last thing we need to do for the list is to configure the view. Scroll to the bottom and you'll see there's an All Items view. Click on the All Items view. Uncheck Title as we will not be using it with the Help Desk ticket, and click OK. Now you see the new Help Desk tickets list with date submitted, username, issue description, ticket status, resolution, and reference ID. I will also complete the configuration for the Help Desk tickets list running in our private SharePoint cloud. We have two different lists, one running in Office 365, one running in a standard version of SharePoint running in a private cloud. The reason that I'm creating both lists is to show you how to configure the access tokens so that you can connect to these lists and update them automatically from the custom application we're building for the Help Desk. In this video, I'm going to walk you through configuring the SharePoint site to work with the custom Help Desk application. I'm going to start with configuration in Office 365. Just click on the Help Desk link. We're then going to remove anything on the home page. Click Edit, and I'm going to delete the web parts that are currently on the page. Once I've deleted the web parts, I'm going to add a web part, so click on Insert, then click App Part, and choose Help Desk Tickets. Then click Add. Then click Save. I'll do the same configuration in the standard version of SharePoint. To make the Help Desk application site easier to use, I'm now going to update the navigation. Click on the gear, choose Site Settings, click on Navigation. I'll scroll down and remove all of the links except for site contents. Then click OK. I'll do the same thing on the Office 365 site. Click on the gear, choose Site Settings, click Quick Launch. Now we have a clean Help Desk site in each of our environments. In this video, we are going to create the security groups and role needed to support the Help Desk application. To begin, click on Manage. This will open the AgilePoint Enterprise Manager. Move your mouse over the access control on the left-hand panel. Then choose Groups. I will add a group for each of the tiers on the Help Desk. To add a new group, click the icon in the upper left-hand corner. Type the group name. In this case, it's Tier 1. Then choose a group lead. You can do that by beginning to type your name. You can then select your name and click Next. I'll also add myself as a user in the group. So I type my username, click Search, select that username, and click OK. Finally, I will click Finish. At this point, you're given the option to associate a role with the group to give it access rights. We'll click on Access Rights and select Users, then click Finish. Next, repeat those steps for Tier 2 and Tier 3. Once we've created the 3 groups for the Help Desk tiers, we need to create a role for the Help Desk Manager. Again, hover over Access Control, then click Roles. Now there are 2 types of roles. The roles with the descriptions beside them are the out-of-the-box roles that were created to grant specific sets of permissions to users that perform common functions within the AgilePoint environment. Roles such as CFO, or the one we're getting ready to add for Help Desk Manager, are added as assignment roles. That means I've got an individual user who performs a functional role within the organization, and I need to be able to assign them to the task without using their specific username. That avoids updating a bunch of models if you have a change in your organization structure. To add a new role, we will click the icon in the upper left-hand corner, Add Role, type the name of the role, then click Next. We're not configuring any permissions for this role. It's an assignment role, so we'll just click Next. I'm going to add myself as a member to this role. Choose User, and choose your user account. Then click OK. Click Finish. This concludes the content for this video, and we're ready to begin creating the new Help Desk application.